Police announce an arrest in the murder of a Western Kentucky girl. What we know about the man arrested ahead.
Friends of a Montgomery County teacher killed this morning in a crash say her death is a big loss for her students.
New details about where the suspected mastermind was on the night of the Paris attacks. I'm Kenneth Craig with the latest coming up.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Sam Dick reporting. We are tracking new developments in the murder of a 7-year-old Kentucky girl.
This afternoon, state police arrested 38-year-old Timothy Madden of Scottsville for the death of Gabby Doolin. He has been charged with murder, kidnapping, rape, and sodomy. Doolin's body was found last weekend shortly after she was reported missing from a football game at Allen County Scottsville High School. Madden attended high school with Doolin's father. We'll have more on this story ahead on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. Police are investigating after a Central Kentucky teacher was killed today in a crash.
It happened about 7 this morning on Main Street at the intersection of Highway 599 in Jeffersonville. As Victor Puente reports, the woman killed worked at Mapleton Elementary and was on her way to school. It's our top story at 4:30.
The death of Sheila Baker doesn't just impact the elementary school where she taught. There are students who went through her science classes in every grade here in Montgomery County. Coroner Jimmy Adams says Baker died at the scene of this crash. The sheriff says Baker pulled out into the path of a truck and was hit in the driver's side of her van. Baker has been a teacher with the Montgomery County school system since 2002. She was on her way to Mapleton Elementary when the crash happened. She had previously taught at Mount Sterling Elementary. Friends of hers say she had a love of teaching that led her students to love her. They say her death will leave a big void.
There's no way to measure this. They're unlikely to find anyone with the passion and the love and the creativity that Sheila Baker had. There was just no way to replace her.
Coroner Jimmy Adams told me Baker's body will be taken for an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. In Montgomery County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
And Montgomery County Sheriff Fred Shortridge told us the driver of the truck and the 2 children with them were not injured in that crash. Well, it has been a beautiful day here in the Bluegrass with some sunny skies, but don't be fooled, it is still chilly out there.
And this is just the start, we understand, from Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, who's even talking about the possibility of some flakes this weekend.
Yeah, I think we get our first flakes as we go into Saturday evening into much of central and eastern Kentucky. You know, don't go out and stock up on bread and milk just yet. It's just a few snowflakes to kick us off for the winter season that's upon us. But you mentioned the gorgeous afternoon. Live sky cams from across the area showing thermometers not too far away from 50 for many of us, with a partly sunny sky getting in on some of those high, thin clouds. Those are ice crystal clouds. You often see those out ahead of a storm system, and that's indeed what we are tracking now. A little more in the way of some cloud cover that's thicker into northern Kentucky. That storm, by the way, is across the Plain States. Big time snows breaking out for Nebraska, Iowa, streaking toward Chicago, where some parts of the Chicagoland area toward Detroit may pick up on the most or the biggest snowstorm they've had on record for the month of November. Absolutely crazy. And again, some of that stuff is already beginning to stream on into the northern parts of the area in terms of the clouds out there. Temperatures ready to take a big tumble as we go into the day tomorrow. The first snowflakes a possibility, and it's all eyes on your Thanksgiving forecast with a 7-day outlook that is rather busy, especially heading into the weekend. We'll break it down, guys, here in just a few minutes.
The people of Paris, France, and tourists are marking the 1-week anniversary of the terror attacks as the death toll climbed today.
France will remain under a state of emergency for another 3 months. CBS's Kenneth Craig is in Paris.
Paris is honoring the victims who died exactly 1 week ago in the terror attacks. The tally reached 130 Friday when a wounded victim succumbed.
I just think about all the people dead and all the family.
I think it will be a long process.
French lawmakers voted to extend the state of emergency another 3 months, giving police more power and flexibility. Police have conducted 783 raids since the attacks, including the one that killed suspected ringleader Abdelhamid Aboud. His cousin and another suspect were also killed. Surveillance video reportedly captured Aboud jumping a barrier at this subway station within an hour of the massacre. This man rides that same subway.
Last Friday night, I was here as well in the subway. It's a bit scary.
Authorities are still searching for a suspected terrorist who slipped away and admit they don't know where he is.
The manhunt for Salah Abdeslam has now widened to the Netherlands. French authorities are urging people not to live in fear.
I don't want to stop to live because of this. I want to be here.
Security remains tight.
Pray for Paris.
Pray for Paris.
Pray for Paris.
Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Paris.
France says the attacks have made Paris even more determined to host the 2024 Olympics. Well, if it holds up in court, the city of Lexington will soon have one of the highest minimum wages in the country. After months of debate, the Urban County Council approved an ordinance last night to raise the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour over the next 3 years. Here's a breakdown of when those wages would go up. On July 1st of next year, the minimum wage will be raised to $8.20 an hour. Then in July of 2017, it's raised again to $9.15. And by July of 2018, Lexington's minimum wage will be $10.10 an hour. Last night's council meeting lasted several hours as dozens of people spoke out for and against the increase. It was a 9-6 final vote approving the measure. We'll have reaction from a local business ahead on WKYT News at 5:30.
No doubt you have heard of NASCAR, drag racing, dirt track racing. What about drifting? This weekend, Lexington will host the area's first drifting event. Fast cars, a lot of smoke, and a different way of driving. In the story we're working on for WKYT at 6 tonight, drivers who drift are passionate about their cars. They've spent hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars modifying their drift cars to make them faster and safer. They've installed special equipment to drift or go sideways. The drift events are not so much races, and the drivers even help each other.
I've literally been on the track, watched somebody's car just break an axle, and somebody goes into their trailer, gets a brand new axle and hands it to them. Says, here, get back on the course.
None of us want to get in trouble. We just want to enjoy a good time in our cars with our friends and hopefully grow the sport and let other people watch. It's a lot of fun to watch.
The Lexington area drivers usually have to go out of state, like to Tennessee, for a drift event, but that's about to change. At 6, the first drifting event comes to Lexington, and we will give you an up-close look at the drifting cars in action.
Yeah, that's a really good tease because we don't show any of that. You've been talking about this story and working on it for quite some time. I had no idea. I said, you've got to show me the video, and it looks, quite honestly, like they are totally out of control.
It does, because what's happening is they're sliding in the turn sideways. It's almost, Amber, like there's a sheet of ice there, yet they're in control. I almost volunteered to have you be a passenger in one of the cars, but I thought better of it because we need you here at WKYT. But it's a lot of fun, and we're actually going to show it happening, as you just said, and it's exciting to watch, even if you're not in the car.
It is super cool, so stick around tonight to see that for sure. Well, doctors at a Kentucky hospital have successfully separated conjoined twin girls. Kosare Children's Hospital in Louisville said the 8-hour surgery was performed on the 7-week-old girls. While both remain on ventilators, the twins are reportedly getting stronger each day.
Today is the last day of the Big Blue Crush blood drive, and Kentucky is still in the lead. But they still need your help to push UK over the top. Donors will receive a Big Blue Crush t-shirt and a chance to win tickets to the Kentucky-Louisville football game at Commonwealth on November 28th. UK fans can donate blood at Kentucky Blood Center locations in Lexington, Pikeville, and Somerset. And Kentucky leads the competition 14-12 and one tie, and has won the competition the last 5 years.
It may be a chilly night out there, but it looks like it's going to be a fabulous Friday night. But your Saturday night might be a whole different story.
Well, you're going to enjoy it as your birthday. You know, hey, whatever the weather, Chris, it's Amber's birthday. You know, it's a good day.
We're just going to go with it.
It's a good day no matter how you slice it. If it's a birthday, it's a good day. Temperatures right now dropping into the 40s very quickly. And I'm telling you, we're going to drop into the 30s very, very quickly as that sun sets. The air is absolutely as dry as a bone right now. That often spells spells a big temperature drop as soon as the sun sets, and that's just coming up in a matter of minutes. A little bit of high cloud cover into northern parts of the area especially, but overall, it's been a beautiful sunny day. Here is our weekend weather maker that will bring our first taste of winter with it as we go into the day on Saturday. Saturday's a day to buckle the seat belts. We'll start in the 50s, drop through the 30s with some rain and snow showers and gusty winds 25 to 30 miles per hour. If I could throw something else into the forecast tomorrow, I would, but I think that's enough right now. We'll check on all that a little later on. Let's check on traffic. Here's Officer Don.
Let's get a look at Lexington rush hour traffic this afternoon. Getting slowdowns on the outer loop of the circle, seeing that starting at about Leestown Road over to Versailles Road at the moment. And a couple of collisions working too. One's at Nicholasville and New Circle outbound, another one Manuel and Riadosa. Of course, downtown tonight, watching traffic flow toward Rupp. Holding our own now, and probably the next hour and a half or so, we'll see an impact on South Broadway, also on High Street toward Rupp Arena. Drive times are now okay, with the exception of a couple of spots on the circle, but the interstate looks good headed out of Lexington. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. Why a woman bought an entire toy store and a Thanksgiving spin on bowling. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Hard to top this next story. Many people donate a toy or two to children during the holidays, but one woman in New York went above and beyond. Carol Suchman bought an entire toy store to give to homeless children in the city. She says she usually donates toys during the holidays, but she had a better idea when she walked by a shuttered toy store for rent in the West Village. She negotiated with the owner and bought the entire store. Now more than 1,000 children will get at least one present this holiday season.
That is incredible. Well, quitting smoking cold turkey can be difficult, so a college in Wisconsin hopes actual turkeys can help students kick the habit. Students got together at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse for some turkey bowling using frozen birds as bowling balls. It was organized as part of the Great American Smokeout to help students quit smoking. They are collecting donations for the local food pantry as well. I hope that's where those turkeys go after they're done being used as bowling balls.
Maybe there's a little fitness in that.
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
a light thing to have to toss, so work in some exercise while you're throwing that turkey.
Quitting smoking, exercising, all good things. All right, on this Friday, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.